Hey guys, my name is Martin Gaspar, and this is the third video in my three-part tutorial system on how to create a network-attached storage system with the Raspberry Pi. So in the last video, we went over how to create a Samba server and how to connect, not only connect a folder to that Samba server, but then make it so any computer in your household that you want, connect that computer to the server. And so today what we're going to be going over is how to attach extra storage onto your NAS. And so it's going to be similar. To do this, we're going to do something similar to what we did in the last video. So in the last video, we created a folder called internal, and that was basically the internal storage of the Raspberry Pi that we shared with the computers. But now we want to create a new folder for any external drives and connect that to the server as well. And so the first step you need to do, obviously, is plug in any medium you're going to use. So whether that be a USB or a hard drive, you need to plug it in. And if you have Raspberry 2.0 or higher, a Raspberry Pi 2.0 or higher, this should pop up. Removable medium is inserted, and you just want to click OK for when it asks you what you want to do, and it should open up a folder. But you can just X out of this. We won't need this. So the first step in creating this external drive is to mount our drive. And basically what this means is we're putting our drive in our drive in a place that we want to keep it. And so this is exactly what we're going to be doing. So to do this, you want to type in lsblk. And this will basically bring up all the drives connected to the Raspberry Pi. Now, if you see this, MMCBLK0, this is just your SIM card that's inserted to the Raspberry Pi. So you don't need to worry about this. This is just, it holds the operating system and stuff like that. But it's SDA that we want to take a look at. And you see here it says mount point. That's the folder it's in right now. And we're going to change this. So to change this, we want to first create the folder that we're going to put it in. So sudo mkdir, just like the last time. And instead of internal this time, we're doing external, since this is an external drive. Oh, and I already created it, so that's why I cannot recreate it. But it should just hop on to the next line for you. Once we do that, we want to change the mount point of this. So we want to remove the SDA from being connected with this folder and connect it with this folder. So anything on the hard drive will pop into our new external folder. So the first step in moving where it's mounted is actually to install a new package. So the Raspberry Pi can't just mount things out of the box. You need to install something for it. So we're going to do sudo apt get install, just like we did when we installed the Samba server, ntfs-3g. And it should read that, and it should automatically install it. Remember to click Y to continue. Okay. Once that's done, we can finally mount it to a different drive. Okay, so now that we have NTFS installed, we want to unmount our drive and mount it to a new folder. So to do this, you can retype in lsblk, and you should have the mount point here. While I was setting this up, I accidentally already did it, so I'm not going to go through the trouble of mounting it again. But basically, what you want to do is sudo space umount, and you want to type in the mount point. So for me, it was like /media/pi and then /5a 9b and then dash some numbers. So you want to do that and click enter, and it should get rid of the mount. And so after this, we want to mount it to the external. So to mount it, it's kind of like the same thing. You do sudo, but instead of umount, it's just mount. And now we want to create a directory for it. So basically just type /dev/, and so that means it's going into the dev folder, and then write the name. So in my case it's SDA1, so I'm going to write SDA1, and then space /external, and this will create a new folder for the SDA and mount it to external. Okay, and just like that, it was mounted. Now to check for this, we do df space -h, and this is just going to give us the file systems, and you should see at the bottom here dev/sda1. So this is how we know that we've done this part correctly. Now we want to get this hard drive to automatically mount to this spot every single time. So even if you want to remove the hard drive and plug it back in, we want it to basically connect to this external folder every time. And to do that, we just need to write a new setting. So we want to open up a file just like we did last time. We want to do sudo leafpad and /etc/fstab. And this is just where we're going to change the settings. So let me open it up here. So you see it already has dev, mmc, whatever this is. So this is the SD card I was talking about. So we want to add a new one under here that will set some stuff for our hard drive. So basically what you want to do is you want to go and do apostrophe and then, or sorry, not that, /dev/sda1, so where we mounted it, remember, and then space /external, because we put it in the external folder, and then you want to do some spaces so it lines up with this right here. You don't have to do this, but it's more convenient so everything lines up. You want to write ntfs. This is what we downloaded, so this would be possible. We want to go over here to defaults. We want to type in defaults, so it'll run the defaults. So it won't change too much. It'll just run this as a default drive, so to speak. And then we want to go over here to the numbers, space all the way here, and we want to do 0. And then for the second line of numbers, we want to do 2. And I'm pretty sure what these just do is it mounts priorities for the drive. So it's nothing too important. All you need to know is this will make it so everything is going to run smoothly. So after that, we can just hit File and Save. Okay, and then click X. Now, the next thing we want to do is we have to reboot the Raspberry Pi to see if it actually works. So after we reboot, we'll do df space -h again, and if it's there, we've done everything correctly. So I'll check back with you guys after I reboot. And to reboot, by the way, there is a command for this. You can just do sudo and then sudo reboot.